Hi there, it's Monika here, Clinical Hypnotherapist and Psychotherapist. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I haven't spoken about this in a while, and I thought it'd be a good idea to speak about it because it's something that I'm increasingly seeing more and more in my clinic and speaking to a lot of mums about. And that there's this struggle to lose weight, and it becomes increasingly difficult over the years, particularly after having kids. And so there's, hi Virginia, thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I'll be talking and demystifying maybe some of the myths that mums have when they're struggling to lose weight, after having kids. And also give you a few strategies in terms of what to do instead, and just to kind of help you get your head around that it's not actually the weight that's the problem. Hi Rebecca, thank you so much for joining. Joanne, thank you for coming on board. We'll be seeing you soon. So firstly, I just want you to keep in mind that like I said before, weight loss is not a problem in terms of exercise and diet. Obviously that needs to be looked at and it contributes, but really when it comes to this group of people, it really comes down to a sense of identity, because there are so many things that change when you become a mum, and if you're a mum you'll know this, that your whole perception of who you are and your purpose and everything like that changes when you have kids. You can have, and please jump in here if you think otherwise. When you have kids, you have this expectation about what life is going to be like, and you can't possibly know. You just can't possibly know about how it will actually work out and how it will pan out when it does actually happen. And so when you go through this event of having a baby and carrying and everything like that, it for some people it can be traumatic. Okay, it can be traumatic, but at the same time you have this lovely, beautiful baby as an outcome, and so that can be confusing first and foremost, right? I had a really quick labour. So I started having labour pains for breakfast, and about an hour or so later I had my baby and I came home and it was lunchtime. So that process was really, really fast for me, and for others it can be days. And so going through that process is a trauma. Yeah, you have this beautiful baby at the end, but what you have to go through is a trauma. And I think as a society we've just kind of gone, well, that's just what you need to do to have a baby. But there are those psychological repercussions as a result that you kind of don't have time to deal with, because then it comes with, hey, I'm a new mum and I'm now watching this beautiful baby. Hi Cherie, how you going? We're talking about babies and weight loss. So there are these concepts that you have in your mind about how, what life's going to be like with a baby, and then you get there and it's totally different, or it's surprising, or it's traumatic, or you're struggling, or, all of those things and all of those things are above. And because, you don't necessarily talk to, other mums every single day, or maybe you do, and they sugarcoat it. When these struggles do happen for you, then it can be like, well, what's wrong with me? Right? What's wrong with me? They're not, obviously they've got it all together. They've got clean clothes on, they've had breakfast, and they've got a clean house. What's wrong with me? And so this whole weight loss thing really comes down to your identity as a mum, and your new identity with these little people in your life. And so that really the first myth that I see is that there is something wrong with you, right? That's the biggest myth that I see, and that I speak to women about, that there's something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You've gone through a whole big change. Your whole world has been turned upside down. You've had an environmental change. Okay, so maybe you've gone from full-time work to now you're a stay-at-home mum, possibly, potentially. So you've had that change. And even years after, even, your baby might be a toddler, or after maternity leave, you go back to work, but you go back as a mum. You don't go back as a full-time employee. You go back as a mum and an employee, or if you're working your own business or what have you. You still go back a different person. Things don't go back the way that the way that they were before you had babies, and they never can, because we are a different person every single day. We've got different cells that grow. We learn new things, and we can never really be the person that we were yesterday. And so when we have this concept of, I just want it to go back the way that it was, I just want my body to go back the way that it was, it can't possibly, and not unless you've got a time machine. It just can't possibly. You've carried a baby for 9 months. You've gone through a either surgery or natural birth, which is a trauma to the body. You've had to adapt what you do and your routines to the care of children. Yeah. So within that myth of there's something wrong with you, a lot of women will say, well, look, I can't lose the weight because of my hormones. My hormones have changed. Your hormones didn't just decide to one day say, hey, I'm going to play this awful trick on you. It's all of those things in your environment and the changes that have occurred around you that have influenced how you feel, that have influenced, your sleeping patterns, your eating habits, your patterns of behaviour, your outlook, your energy levels. And so blaming yourself and thinking that there's something wrong with you is not helpful. It doesn't help you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You have everything that you need within you to do this. Okay, you've got everything you need to, if you want to lose weight, go for it. If you want to start a new career, go for it. If you want to, you've got everything that you need within you. And so I really want to support you in helping you redefine an identity that's going to be helpful for you to actually achieve what it is that you want to achieve in this new phase of life. Okay, and so it really is an identity thing. Hi Renata, thank you so much for watching. Hi David, thank you for being here. Narelle, wonderful to have you on board. So the first thing is, the first myth is that there must be something wrong with you. I can't lose the weight, which is absolutely incorrect. There's nothing wrong with you. There has been so many changes in your life that adaptation, the adaptation is a shock to the system, right? Because now you've gone from doing one thing one way to many things, lots of different ways, and sometimes without the certainty of knowing if it's the right way. Right? So as a mum, how many times have you gone, yep, I absolutely know 100% what I'm doing. Right? After a while you might be, but there is always those times where you question yourself, am I doing the right thing here? Am I doing the right thing by myself? Am I doing the right thing by my kids? And it can be a struggle to determine what that right thing is. And so the first thing is that, you must get this thing out of your head that there's something wrong with you. You have to appreciate that you've gone through a lot of changes, and that the best thing that you can actually do for yourself now is to create a new identity and to claim a new identity. So what do I mean by that? So so instead of saying to yourself, there's something wrong, it's appreciating that you've gone through a lot of things and that you've had to go through and change a lot of things in order to be the best mum that you can be. And so redefining yourself and creating your new identity to support your new goals is going to be in your best interests. Hi Martha, thank you for watching. Lynette. And so you've got to create the language then to support your new identity, or the person that you want to be. So, do you want to become healthy? Do you want to become, a person who understands nutrition and that nutrition is important to them? What is it that you actually want to be? Do you want to be fit? So physically fit, and incorporating that language into your day-to-day. So that's going to be the first thing. And you want to do that because, you focus on what you get and vice versa. So you want to be placing the energy and the attention of where you want to be and what you want to have and what you want to do, rather than something that's not helpful, like there's something wrong with me, I can't lose weight, or I just don't have the energy, I'm unmotivated. All of those statements and I statements about your identity is not going to help you. So start replacing those. Start replacing the language with constructive language, with language that's going to help you with where you want to be. Good? All right. So the second myth. So the first myth is there's something wrong with you. There's not. The second myth is that in order to lose weight, that you have to be selfish. Hi Fiona, thank you for watching. So the second myth is that you have to be selfish. And so this concept, I think I see in every single mum that comes into the clinic. They're overwhelmed, they've got so many responsibilities, so many things to do, and they're so exhausted that by the time they come to themselves and looking after themselves, there's this belief that you just have to totally discard everybody else and just focus on you. And really, that is not true. You don't have to do that. Because when you actually think about what that word is, being selfish, it's actually looking out for your own best interests to the exclusion of everyone else, to the detriment and cost of everybody else. And as mums, you're just incapable of doing that, right? You just can't do that as a mum, because you're just not going to let your kid go hungry. You're not going to let them go unchanged. You're not going to let them go, without food, shelter, love. You're going to make sure that all their needs are taken care of. And so this concept of you have to be selfish in order to lose weight and look after yourself is just, no, doesn't fly, doesn't work. And yet it is a concept that many mums adopt and believe to be true. It's just not true. So, the thing is that when mums try and they start to make those little changes at home, then, for instance, changing nutrition and food. So stay-at-home mums, they might cook dinner, for instance, and they want to start cooking healthier dinners, and then a family start noticing, what's this green stuff on the plate? Oh, not used to that. I don't like that. And everyone around tends to notice the changes, then the mums go, they don't like that at all. No, I can't do that anymore because they don't like it. And so there is this observation that there is a change. Now that change, you have to look at whether that change is actually for the benefit of everybody, right? You know, if you're suddenly going from eating, you know, pies and beige food and pre-prepared stuff to lean cuts of meat, or, you know, you're going vegetarian, you're adding lots of fruit and veggies on the plate, then, you know, your family A is going to notice, right? They're going to notice, yeah. But you have to consider, is that actually going to be healthier for everyone? Is that going to be better for you? Is that going to be better for them? Is it good for you, good for others, and good for the greater good? And if the answer is yes, well, then you have your answer there. You've got your answer, and it's not being selfish. It's actually being the better version, and a better version of yourself, right? And taking care of your family even more. So it is a bit of a mindset shift that you have to go through here to adapt those, you know, to adapt that concept and that identity of self again. Again, you know, I'm being selfish if I want something for myself. I'm being selfish if I want to lose weight, which is not the case at all. By you looking after yourself, by looking after, you know, your own health, you are, you know, you're in a position to, a very powerful position to influence your whole family, to influence the way that they see you as a person, to influence, you know, what's being put on the dinner plate, to influence everybody's health, nutrition and well-being. And so, you know, taking on board that identity. Hi Marcus, thank you for watching. Corinne, thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. So taking on that new identity of, no, I'm not being selfish. What I'm doing is being conscientious of everybody. I'm being conscientious of my own health and the well-being and health of my whole family. Because, you know, if you are eating really crap food and cooking really crap food for everyone, you have to consider, are they going to be better off or worse off? If you, you know, improve your sleep and get more sleep and are feeling more refreshed and have more energy, is that going to be better for you and better for them, or are you going to be worse off? If you begin to exercise and move your body and, you know, start engaging and you know, spending some time outdoors and moving, yeah, is that going to be better for you and better for them, or are you going to be worse off? And so, you know, if you answered yes, then that's feedback to you about, you know what to do now. You know what to do now, and you know that that's going to be better for you, and that's going to be better for your whole family. But there is a shift in identity that happens through all this, and so you know, and so starting with the language and how you actually describe yourself and what you're doing is absolutely key. The second thing to look at, and if we can, I'll give you some suggestions here. The second thing to look at is, you know, out of all those areas in your life that aren't working for you, you know, it could be the food, it could be the alcohol, it could be you know, too much coffee, it could be whatever it is. Having a look at all those areas first and just identifying which of those areas aren't working for you. It could be sleep. And then looking at the bridge as to, you know, one by one, how can you make those areas better? Just a little bit. Because it doesn't have to be this whole kind of, you know, you don't have to go from A to Z in one day. Just look at going from A to B. Okay? Just look at going from A to B. So for instance, say you want to start looking at exercise, and you want to start looking at moving your body and how you can increase your physical fitness. It doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym 5 days a week. It doesn't mean that you need to go to the gym at all. It may be as simple as, hey, what can I do at home for 10 minutes? What can I do at home? Can I do some squats or push-ups or jogging on the spot while I'm waiting for the kettle to boil? Yeah, what can I do? Can I take the kids around the block in the pram and go for a walk? Or can I leave the kids at home for 15 minutes with someone else while I just go out for a walk and walk around the block? So it's looking at what area is it that you would really like to improve and see improve in your life, and then what is the bridge? What is it that you can do now? That's not a huge jump, but that's going to be helpful. That's going to help you feel better. Going for a walk instead of doing having that daily gym commitment might be the first step for you. So in terms of food, looking at what are the improvements that you can do to your diet. Having those meals delivered is very tempting, and outsourcing that is awesome if you can, and if you can find something that's that's healthy and delicious. But again, not necessary. The bridge may be for you to cook a few bulk meals and put them in the freezer, right? To put them in the freezer instead of having to order those meals for you at home. So it's looking at what can you incorporate. Can you add maybe 2 different kinds of vegetables to your dinner, or cook a few more and have them the next day. It's doing those little things that's going to help you move from this mindset of there's something wrong with me, I have to be selfish, I can't do it, to, hey, actually I am doing these things and every little bit helps. So it's it's looking at the areas, it's your language, looking at positive language, and what are the areas, looking at the areas in your life that aren't working, and looking at what you can do in order to move yourself along, to help you. It might be taking 10 minutes to work out. It might be adding a couple of different vegetables to your meal. It could be, asking your family for some help around the house, and outsourcing that. Whether it be getting a cleaner or just asking your kids and asking your partner and your help for some help. That's going to leave you with a bit of energy to do whatever it is that you want to do as well. Every little bit helps, and even little kids can help too. I talk about this all the time. From a very young age, we got our little Maxie to unpack the dishwasher. Once it's washed, and that's something that he still does, and doesn't like doing it. They don't have to like doing it, but it is about helping that member of the household that is so important, mum, who looks after everybody. And so it's generating this philosophy in the family that everybody helps each other, and that whatever help is given is appreciated as well. So and obviously getting help if you've tried and nothing just seems to work. Like if you're in that position where you're like, I don't know what to do anymore, then again, that's feedback to you to actually get some external help and assistance. Some of the ladies that come in, they present to be kind of like in that state where they're just burnt out, where they're just like, they've had it up to here, they're fatigued, they're tired, they don't know what to do, they've had enough, and it's kind of like they're on their last. They feel like, and they express that they're on their last leg, right? And so if you're feeling like that and you can't see the end of the tunnel, then please get some help for yourself, because you are a very important member of the household. And as a mum, you know, there are many people that depend on you. So please get some help, for yourself, you know, whether it be outsourcing some cleaning, whether it be getting some meals delivered, or getting the actual psychological support that you need in order to get your mindset right, to get your brain right, to get you feeling better, so that you feel capable, capable and strong within yourself to be able to cope with whatever happens, and to be able to make those necessary changes that you want to see in yourself as well. And so hopefully, hopefully you're seeing now that it's more than just about weight loss. It's more than just about what you eat and how much you exercise. It's actually how you view yourself and your own identity, and your new identity moving forward as a mum. So if you would like any further assistance, please, you're more than welcome to get in touch with me at HypnoLab. And if you head over to my website, I'll give you a free weight loss meditation download. So you can go to www.hypnolab, hypnolab.com.au, and there is a free weight loss meditation that you can listen to that supports those healthy habits and behaviors to start getting yourself around to that point where you can implement what you need in order to start losing some weight and feeling really, really good about yourself. So I trust that that's been helpful. I hope that you've been able to get some tips out of there. Hi Gillian, thank you so much for watching. You'll have to go to the start and watch for the start, but that hopefully that you've been able to understand that losing weight for mums is not just like an energy in, energy out thing, that it is really about your identity and how you see yourself and how you adapt to the world after you've had children, because it is a change. And I hope that you go on and really do what you can in order to nurture yourself and to develop that supportive and strong identity about who you are moving forward. As a mum, as someone who has a family, as someone who has responsibility for other people, and also being able to look after yourself as well, so that you can be the best person that you can be, as your role as mum and as a woman. So just wish you all the best with that. And if you do need some extra assistance, please feel free to get in touch with me. I do a lot of weight loss programs with women that look at what are the underlying causes that get to the underlying causes of what is contributing to either weight gain or binge eating or stagnation, right? So not being able to lose weight, and usually it's got, like I said before, it's got nothing to do with weight at all. It's got everything to do with redefining who you are and really exploring that new identity as mum. And so so feel free to get in touch either through Messenger, or you can send me an email or contact me through my website. But for now, take care. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and bye for now. Best wishes.